This is a tutorial for the logic gates, Boolean logic, and truth table simulation. When you load it up, you can just click and drag the gates from the side here. And on this kind of basic input-output mode, you can see that there's zeros. You can connect them, just connect that to that. And the other input, you can connect it to a previous input, up like that if you want, or you can make it its own input. If you unselect I input output, it just doesn't show the zeros and ones. If you pick, it just makes it a nice looking image that you can screenshot it and put it into a worksheet. So in the I/O mode, if you just hover over one of the zeros, you can change it into a 1, and you'll get the appropriate output from the circuit. If you hit space when you're hovering over a gate, it will turn it into a NOT version of the same gate there. And you can zoom out if you like, if you want to fit more gates on there. And if you want them to be 3 input gates, you can do that. Once you have one of them highlighted, once you click on one of them, you can change that one to 3 gates. I guess it doesn't really highlight it, obviously, but you can change them to 4 gates even, or back to 2. This one as well. Whoops. This one here, we can change up to 4 and then back to 2. If you just hit reset, it clears all the gates. So you can also get the simulation to give you a truth table. Whoops. So give you a truth table here. And I'll just explain how it works. Now, here's the truth table with the basic setup of 2 inputs, A and B. If you want more inputs, you can hit 3 and 4, and you can go up to C and D. Perhaps I'll do a 3 input version. So in order to set this up to give you a truth table, you have to, this one I've set up for 3 inputs, so I'll just create a 3 input circuit here. And I'll just connect this one to maybe this input. And maybe I'll connect these to an exclusive OR. So you can see that this green play button is X'd out. To generate a truth table, we have to give each of these letters. If you hit space on it, you can give it a different letter for the input. A, B, and C. As long as all of them have a letter, and as long as the output has the letter Y, it will allow you to push play, and it's going to generate that table. So it will actually scroll through all the inputs and run the simulation through the gates to give you that output. So if the students are generating a truth table for a circuit they get on a worksheet, they could then build it, and you could test their answers by using this simulation here. There's one other option. If we get rid of that and we get rid of the input-output, you can actually also change, or you can give them labels if you want. If you're on the basic mode, not the truth table, and you just want to give each input a label, you can just grab a letter from here. So that's the letter A, if you want. And if you hit space on it, I don't think I actually set it. There's nothing hovering over it. But if you hit space on it, it will give you A, B, C, D, and Y. And it will rotate through those. Finally, you can also make a flip-flop or SR latch with NOR gates. So I'll make 2 NOR gates here. And you can just move it backwards into the other NOR gate like that. We'll put on input-output so I can change the values. So if this is the output of the circuit, I guess this would currently be set. That's the set, and that's, I guess, yeah, so the bottom one is the set, and the top one is the reset, if this is the output for the circuit. So there's our set, and there's our reset. I guess whichever one's the set and reset depends on the order in which you originally connect them. So those are the ways that I use this logic gates simulation. I hope you find it useful.